afternoon. It's the 25th of February 2024 and I'm in St James's Hollow or St James's Pit in Norwich on Gurney Road. This is part of the Mousehold Heath area. The pit itself is an old lime and flint quarry, and this is a site of special scientific interest, an SSSI. And the reason it's an SSSI is because this here, the white material, which is covered in moss and algae, green moss and algae, is actually the Cretaceous chalk. And within that chalk, which is a marine limestone, was found the body parts of, I think, 2 mosasaurs, including one called Liodon. And mosasaurs were related to monitor lizards and to snakes, and they really took over the Cretaceous seas as the ichthyosaurs and the plesiosaurs died out. So within these chalk deposits was found, I believe one of the parts was a jaw. Now this is supposedly the jaw of a mosasaur, and I got this whilst on a geophysical project in Agadir off Morocco from the souk in Agadir, and it's a fake. The actual jaw itself isn't real, but the teeth are real mosasaur teeth. So I imagine the part that was found here many years ago was somewhat similar to this fake. Okay, so that's the mosasaur, and you can see here that the chalk is a very soft limestone made out of planktonic organisms called coccoliths. You can see, if you look carefully at this point here, it's an irregular horizon, and that is an erosion surface. In fact, it's what you call an unconformity. So the material on top was laid down when the chalk was being eroded. Now the chalk itself here is around about 75 million years old, but the brown material, the reddish brown material on top, is actually probably Pliocene, maybe Pleistocene age. So it's a couple of million years only. And it was laid down in a bight that is an embayment on the north coast of Europe, and it was laid down in relatively shallow coastal waters, so these could be beach deposits. You can see that there's some very large chunky pieces of chert in there, and predominantly it's a clayey soil, a fine silty clayey soil, and this is called the Norwich crag. It's a red crag here, and it was a marine deposit, and within that marine deposit you can find mammal remains, and somewhere I have another creature that lived in these seas, and that is the tooth of a Megalodon. So within the crag in East Anglia you can find Megalodon teeth and teeth of other sharks. You can find mammals as big as elephant-like creatures such as mastodon, elk, hyena, and that type of creature that were washed into the sea. So we have the Cretaceous chalk, an unconformity, and the Pliocene crag on top.